Okay, what is going on with Monster Hunter Wilds from Arknight? What is going on with Monster Hunter Wilds reviews on Steam?
In my last Wilds video, I was singing its praises and saying that the game is headed in a very good direction, but now we have this. Ooh, that's not good. Wilds has
Uh-oh.
been getting a lot of negative reviews on.
Oh, mostly negative. All reviews mixed? Ooh, let me see. Let me see. Let me open up the Steam Mizzle. Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, okay. Bang. In libraries. Oh, it's actually right. Mostly negative. Dang. But yeah, seemingly what I have seen is that people are now aware of the marketing formula that Capcom has for Monster Hunter, which is the title update and the expansion uh, payment model, where on day one of this game being released, it's just barely passable as a game, and throughout all the title updates, the game gets better and better. And by title update 5, you have like a complete game. So it really benefits people that just sit back and wait versus buying it, being a loyal customer and buying it on day one. And the game is even better if you can wait until the expansion with whatever the name is going to be for this. Yeah, that's what I imagine people are pissed about.
Steam recently, and I took the time to read a bunch of these negative reviews to see what they were saying, and I've come up with a few ideas as to why this is happening. Let's get started with the one thing that has bothered me the most, not because it's happened, but because people are complaining about it happening. Take a look at this tweet from the official Monster Hunter account on Twitter.
Unauthorized data modding. We have confirmed the unauthorized modification of the game into Monster Hunter Wilds for high rank environment investigations, field surveys, and more. Modified data can interfere with normal gameplay and even render the game unplayable. If you suspect a quest has been modified, please do not play it or stop playing it immediately. Please refer to the following criteria in the image below to identify modified data. The following information applies to version 1.010 and may not reflect changes to the game in future updates. For the latest update information, please visit the official site. Blah, blah, blah.
Twitter. You might have seen this already, but it's a tweet that basically details that if you somehow get access to unauthorized content that has not been released in the game yet, you are in trouble and you're gonna get banned. Modding is a big part of Monster Hunter for some. I know that the community is very passionate about modding different Monster Hunter titles. You can call me a purist if you want. I enjoy the vanilla versions of games more. I think the only time I ever modded anything in a Monster Hunter game was me modding a Artorias layered sword to replace the Kieran layered weapon. That was back in Iceborne, and I don't really mod things often. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't usually mod things at all. I'm the same way, but I do understand that for some people, there is the argument of, I bought this game, it is now mine. Fuck your terms of service. It's my game now. I get that. The only issue I have with it is if like you can mod the game and do whatever you want with it. Just whenever you go to online play, it's like if you like mod your weapons or whatever to do just like more damage and you go into like other people's hunts that are not modding, but then it's like it feels kind of scummy. It's like, oh, I just walked up and just shot a slinger rock at that monster and one shot it because it does like 900 million damage or something stupid like that. It's like, come on, dude. Also, there is the case for speedrunners. Like a lot of speedrunners tell you like what mods they use. They'll use like a bunch of mods to make the monster the smallest size, spawn the same location, spawn with or like 100% get all the cooking little buffs or whatever, and a couple other ones for just for the sake of consistency. I think that's fine for the most part. What starts to get a little gray is people modding the game, the monsters like AI, in order so it does like the same predictable thing over and over again. So you can just stand there and just like slam like the best damage moves to get the fastest time. That's kind of scummy. Like upon watching like original Worlds and Iceborne speedrun content, I couldn't even tell that was a thing until I watched a couple videos and I was like, oh, people are messing with the monster AI. Oh, that's super scummy.
Like it. It's not just a Moss Hunter thing, by the way. I just don't mod games in general. Now,
Yeah.
my general stance on the matter is that if you want to mod your game to have like a one-shot weapon, or you have like a brand new set of aerial moves or whatever, or you just want the female models to have giant fucking anime titties, you know what? It's your game.
Yeah.
You do you. However, when you do this in multiplayer, you are ruining other people's fucking experience.
There you go.
And
I didn't even pre-watch the video. I already knew.
why? I don't want to be playing the game with someone that has a greatsword that one-shots all the monsters. I don't want to play the game with someone who hacked the Lagiacrus armor into their save file before the monster is even out. If you got a mod to make your character look like 2B or whatever, I don't see it on my end. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
if your
fine.
mod affects gameplay, I don't want you in my lobby. Especially if you're someone who somehow got access to files in the game that have not been announced or released, and you're using them in public lobbies. Like, dude, why? It's the equivalent of walking into a movie theater and spoiling the whole fucking movie before it's even begun. And
it's pointless because you essentially take all the challenge away. And if that's the case, I mean, congrats on you for modding like a one-shot weapon or whatever into the game, because I could just as easily make the logical jump of like, okay, you have like a one-shot weapon, you can one-shot any monster. Okay, well, why don't you just like, well, why are you even like one-shotting the monster? Why not just get all the gear that you want? Well, why would you even want the gear? For what, skills or decos or damage or whatever? You already can one-shot everything. What are you doing? I just don't get it.
Pisses me off to see people say shit like, no, you shouldn't ban your players, you're punishing them for opening your Christmas presents too early. Brother, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And part of it is like some people that egregiously cheat like that in like other people's like multiplayer games, they just are doing it to get like a reaction out of somebody. That's all it really is.
You don't have a point. You're getting it wrong from the get-go because it goes against the terms of service. The same terms of service that you agree with when you buy and launch the game. I just can't get...
I mean, but let's be real. Like, just because you click the I agree doesn't mean like you actually agree. All right? No one's reading that gigantic list of like bullshit. Okay?
Get over how dumb of an argument that is. You aren't entitled to a company's intellectual property even if it is within a game because it hasn't been announced or released by the owner. Like I said, if you're in single player and you're modding your own game to have a...
I mean, on that statement, I mean, video games are like kind of weird because of that. Like games will get released with like content that isn't like officially released in there. That's why you have things like data mining that exists to reveal some things that aren't in or like publicly known on day one of the game or whatever. And it's like, oh, we can only release this monster or this weapon set or whatever until we deem it like necessary or whenever we want to. It's like, well, if that's the case, well then why didn't you just keep it out of the game? I mean, this is kind of the argument with the Zoshia armor, and was there what? Yeah, with the Zoshia armor and weapons. I mean, that shit was like in the game on day one, but why couldn't we fight Zoshia as like an investigation? All right, that's stupid. Zoe should have been in there and all the weapons on day one. So it's like, well, why am I paying a full $70 for this product if I can't access everything that's in the product? All right, like I'd have to be hard like strung up to try to figure out like what kind of other like products do this type of thing. because it's digital. It's like it's so weird with digital stuff.
A one-shot weapon or a set of moves from a different game, like aerial moves or whatever. If you're only affecting your experience, your gameplay, mod the game however the fuck you want, it is not my problem. But under no circumstances should I or anyone else have to deal with your modding in a public server. Unless, like I said, it's something that changes, I don't know, a layered weapon or a layered armor set, something like that that is harmful, it doesn't affect any gameplay whatsoever, I'm way more tolerant towards. But if you're hacking the game, you're affecting other people's experience, and you're like essentially spoiling the entire game for people, then yeah, you should get banned. I have no sympathy for you. In fact, I would strongly recommend us players to keep an eye out on new arena and challenge quests to see.
Yeah, that's the most chief like spot where people end up cheating from like when they first announced that like first version of arena where it was like the top 10,000 people with the fastest times get this little pendant, and everyone else that gets an A gets this like little secondary thing that's not as cool. And if you got a B, you get like the participation trophy pendant. But then, I mean, they just changed like thankfully, Capcom saw that and they're just like, oh, we don't got the anti-technology to, or the anti-cheat technology to deal with this. So let's just make it so that as long as you get an A, you get the best pendant. Okay, so the heck, it doesn't matter if you cheat or not. If you get an A, you're all good.
See those clowns that beat the quest in 3 seconds because they hacked the shit out of the game and
Yeah.
catch them red-handed so that we can report the account and these ass clowns can just get banned. So yeah, I'm backing up both the community and Capcom because I think the community should have the right to mod their game and experience it in whatever way they fit within the limits of their own experience. And
Yeah.
to those of you who think you're anime protagonists, thinking that you can just mod the game because your experience is more important than everyone else's, get fucked, get banned, I don't want you around. And to all of you who want to defend this kind of shit in the comments and tell me that I'm wrong, allow me to preemptively respond by saying this. If you're gonna cry on my lap, then just call me daddy. Boo fucking who, I don't care. What I do care about, and something that I will have to stand up for the players here, are the performance issues on PC, because shit is way out of control. While
Modding the game to have better performance, I don't think this is the worst thing in the world. Like, I just, yeah, like if you want to mod the game for better performance, fuck it, just go ahead. I mean, I don't give a shit.
is currently sat and
But if you can mod the game a better performance, that means he's gonna be able to kill the monster quicker. Then it's like, what's the crux of the argument? I mean, as long as I can't perceive the mods or the cheats, it's okay. Well, that doesn't sound good either.
mostly negative on Steam, and that is a big deal. Not even with all the Rise hate the game had the mostly negative score. Like, guys, the Monster Hunter community is probably the most loyal, down-to-earth, super into their game kind of people. We're
Oh,
the
yeah.
kind of player base that would buy GU re-releasing on PC just because we want to experience it all over again. And so despite the whole hacking thing,
Yeah, I mean, I initially came in on Iceborne, played like, I don't know how many hours I got in, a couple hundred. And then I played the shit out of a little bit out of Rise, going back and playing it. And then I played Wilds, a metric shit ton of Wilds. And now I'm going back to Rise. Just the concept of modern day Monster Hunter, I think is so great. Even though I understand that like people that grew up on like OG Monster Hunter, they're just like, it's too casual friendly, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm fine with it, but I get all the arguments that for everyone that wants to go back. But I mean, one reason I think why Monster Hunter does like so well, is because it's very like a casual way to like kill a big boss. You know, if you look at like Dark Souls, which this is like a little subcategory I could put under the umbrella of like Souls-like games. You're just a dude with a weapon trying to fight a big boss with a big old moveset. All right, is because like modern day Monster Hunter is like casual friendly. All right, if you get in here, you got 45 minutes to find the boss and kill him dead. If you fail, there's no death run. There's no I gotta lose my souls. There's no like little inconveniences. The only thing that you lose is your time. But with that, you gain some knowledge because you fought the boss, you saw the moveset, can run it back a couple times and eventually get a kill. Versus the very exploration, open worldy type of vibe of like a Souls like or an Elden Ring will give you, where it's a little bit more complex in terms of like overall systems, and if you die banging your head against the boss a couple times, it's like, okay, this is kind of annoying.
Being a terrible point that doesn't really warrant a negative review in my opinion, the performance issues definitely do. Full transparency, in my own experience, I haven't had performance issues. My PC is well above the recommended settings, and since day one, I haven't really had any problems. Until the shader cache problem. For those of you who don't know, there's been a current issue where the most recent update to the game didn't recompile your shaders. You know when you load into your game and you see that little bar loading say recompiling shaders? That shit's very important. But for some reason, this didn't happen this recent patch. The Moss Hunter status account, which I think is a official Moss Hunter account, which I just recently found out, has issued a tweet explaining how to fix this on both AMD and NVIDIA GPUs. And although this is a quick and easy fix, it shouldn't be up to your players to make sure that the game runs properly. I have done some research and people have said that just in general NVIDIA drivers are very bad right now, and some people haven't updated their chipset drivers that make the games run a lot smoother. You can get like 20 to 30 additional frames per second. But the bottom line here is that when Wilds launched, there was already a conversation going on about the whole rocky and unstable performance of the game on PC. And now that
the game did not release in a very optimized way. It was just like good enough.
Game is running worse, or in worst cases not running at all for some people, yeah, people are gonna get rightfully pissed. Although I will admit, in all this chaos, I feel for the devs. Oh, but Ark, why are you covering for Capcom? You're such a Capcom shield, blah blah. No, not Capcom, the devs. I very much doubt that the devs are having an easy day at work when their most popular title has been getting some serious issues that were never seen before in the series. So yeah, these performance issues definitely need fixing. This game needs a new patch that addresses more and more problems like this, because you are losing players who, mind you, are loyal enough to...
I mean, it's normal for a game to like spike up on day one and then slowly peter off. That's like a normal curve, ramp, whatever. Monster Hunter is not a 100% like live service type of game. It's like live service light, I would say. Every like month or so, you get like a little update thing or something. They're trying to do it with like the title updates, which is like it. Like once title update 1, well, once I completed all that shit, I was like, okay, maybe I'll log back into that little weekly thing. Because up until that point, I was like all about like jumping on every day and just hunting monsters. Like I had to slowly figure out like different things to complete to keep me engaged in the game. But I mean, it's whatever. Like not every player is going to do what I did and just like move the goalpost mentally to keep playing the game. But you bet your ass that these guys are going to do the whole return to Wilds thing when all the title updates are out, and maybe they come out with like a new expansion. That's going to happen again.
To buy any of your games, any of your expansions, but they need to be addressed, with the proper respect. But like I said, I trust the team, I believe in them, I know that this is not easy for them, and I hope that they will fix the game and make it all worth our time. I know that they can. I believe in you guys. After all, both the team and us, the consumers, we just want to see Monster Hunter Wilds be the best game it can be. Another topic that I've found within my reading of these reviews is the lack of content / the drip feeding. People are saying that while...
Oh yeah, it's annoying. It is. And then because I had to watch a couple videos too of like comparing like Wild's release to Rise release and World release, and just see like how many different monsters were on there on day one. I forgot what it was, but Wilds was like pretty skimpy. It's like 30 something monsters. Like not a lot, but then again, like World didn't have a lot either. Like it's like a easily Googleable thing. Um, yeah, that was like a big thing for me. I was like, why are there so few monsters? Like, what the heck? Like, I understand there's like starting to introduce more with like the title updates and gonna be even more with the expansion. I mean, I get it. You're going from like World Iceborne that has like a shit ton of monsters. You're going from Rise Sunbreak that has a shit ton of monsters, and even all the anomaly levels and whatever's versions of those to make them a little bit harder. You have like these two completed games with like a shit ton of monsters, and then we're gonna cut that in this next new game by like 2/3, like, and then this is the game. It's like that's a slap in the face to all your loyal customers that you tried like building up. It sucks.
Wilds doesn't have enough to do, and that the content that is being released for the game is just too slow. There isn't enough to do, right? And part of me kind of agrees, because when we look at this post made by Shincry, it shows the development stages and new content drops for Monster Hunter World, Rise, and Wilds. Now,
Oh, I think I saw this. Let me get that up. I wasn't there on day one for World. I was there. Was I there on day one for Rise? I don't remember. And then Wilds, I was for sure there on day one. So like day one, we got bang collab. One, so like 3 weeks in, bang. What is this like? 3 and change weeks? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new monsters plus 6. Wow. What is this? All the Elder Dragons? We got 1, 2, 3 elders, and then like some variants, I take it. And then about the same timeline as Rise, you get like only 2. And then and this third one, like, ooh, AT Raydal. Ooh. And then World. I'm looking at World and I'm just like, damn. These guys went like almost 2 months until like the pickle, I forgot his name, Devil Joe. Almost 2 months without a new monster. Like, sheesh, man. So, and then what? Title update 1, bang bang bang. Title update 2, it's +3 monsters. Like, Rise is popping with these title updates. And then what else? It's going on. Time is going on. And then title update 2, we got the Golden Dragon thing. I forgot this the name, but I've done this quest like a zillion times. And then no new monsters, just like a pseudo weapon. I actually think it's like a shitty weapon, poorly implemented with the item system. It's stupid. I play on M and K, so in order to do that, I'm just like flicking my scroll wheel up and down to like, it's like Jesus Christ. And then understandable, Rise had to take a break with this little Monster Hunter Stories, and oh, there's the Okami collab. Like, there's no like rhyme or reason or like steadiness to like any of these like updates at all.
I'm not going to really bring up Rise because Rise was developed during COVID, so I'm far more tolerant to this kind of stuff, as I worked on multiple projects professionally during COVID and it was hell. I know what it's like. Also, bear with, because I'm going to highlight both positive and negative aspects of what's currently going on with these title updates. By now, if we were in the update cycle of Monster Hunter World, we would have had 7 collabs, 2 new monsters, and a spring festival. Now in Wilds, we've also had the spring festival. We've also had 2 new monsters, even though one of them was the high rank version of Zoshia, and 1 really big collab. And I want to, highlight the collab bit here, because the collab that we had with Akuma is far better than, say, the Mega Man collab for me. But then this is semantics, because a Mega Man fan will obviously say, no, Mark, you're wrong. I actually prefer the Mega Man collab in World than I do the Akuma in Wilds. So yeah, you're welcome to disagree with me. That's perfectly fine. I just wanted to tell you how I honestly felt. In that time in Wilds, we also had hub arenas, and the new investigations with the 8-star monsters. Now, when Wilds released, one of the things that I said is that I expected the roster to be bigger. Don't get me wrong, I love all the monsters in Wilds. I think the roster is exceptionally diverse. Every fight is fun, but I did expect to see a couple more monsters, and I think it's very cheeky to try and count Guardian Arkveld as its own monster because, you know, Rathalos and Guardian Rathalos feel much more different than Guardian Arkveld and Arkveld. Regardless, there is a clear difference in amount of content that we've gotten with...
I completely forgot about Arkveld and Guardian Arkveld. Why is there only one Guardian Arkveld? Like, what the heck, guys? You do everything else. Even with the Zoe, putting like in the through the story, you only fight Zoe once, and then you put him in on as an investigation, and then where's Guardian Arkveld? If it's a story thing, that's kind of sad. Just lower his health low enough so that he runs away. But like lore wise, like what is going on here? I just don't get it, man.
World by now and with Wilds. Now with all of this, it sounds like I'm attacking Wilds, but I'm about to say something pretty stupid. I actually think the update cycle has given me more enjoyment in Wilds than in World. Now it's preference based, so it's not because I think your opinion...
Whenever I played World, Iceborne was out. So I didn't have to go through the day-by-day rigmarole of like completing all the content and then waiting. Right? I didn't have to wait. Monster Hunter games are fantastic when the entire game, including the expansion, is out. Those are like top tier, like pieces of like completed games. It's awesome. What I am realizing for Wilds is that the game just it's mid. In terms of, like, not like the core gameplay loop is fine, but like content wise, it feels like half a game. It just does. Like there's not enough monsters. Like you couldn't come out with like maybe 5-10 more monsters and like or something like, and then every couple like weeks or so give me like one new monster or something. Really?
Might differ. The reason I say it's stupid is because both the Grand Hub and High Rank Soshia should have been included in launch.
Yeah.
And if you think that way, which is my train of thought, then we remove the Grand Hub and High Rank Soshia and we're left with one new monster for the first title update in Wilds. But let's bring Rise back into the mix because all of these titles had things that considerably changed the flow of the game, adding a bunch of stuff in. And here's where my biggest copium and the argument that's going to get me called a Capcom Monster Hunter Shield is going to come in. I believe that now the Wilds has the foundation necessary for difficulty to be more pleasant. Title Update 2 could be it. Now let me explain why.
Yeah, but like you're only getting like what, one monster plus like maybe another AT bro. They got one new monster, one AT bro. I mean, yeah, like I'll play it, but but by the time title update 5 or 6 comes out, the game will be in a more complete state. 100%.
I'm so hopeful. It's because number 1, in World, Title Update 2 gave us Kolv to Roth. Title Update 1 and 2, I believe, in Rise gave us monsters that were not announced. They were just added into the game without any trailers, without any show. And given that I believe that the team is working hard to recuperate the reputation for Wilds, Title Update 2 could be a really big deal. They already announced the return of Legiacris, and I've already spoken at length about how I want that to go down. You can watch that video if you want me to talk about Legiacris in specific. But if they're opening up with Legiacris, the follow-ups cannot be letdowns. Let's be real, we already know that Arch-Tempered Uthduna is going to make its way into the roster at some point during this title update, but it is really hard for me to believe that it's just going to be Legiacris plus Arch-Tempered Uthduna. It just doesn't sound right. It feels like there's more that they're cooking. I mean, after all, why did Title Update 2 take so long after Title Update 1? There's gotta be a reason. Whether that be 1 or 2 new monsters, it will all depend on the quality of those monsters and also their difficulty. Some people say they want Elder Dragons to come back. Some people would want to see some...
I mean, with whatever, I just... at the end of the day, I just want like more monsters. Like, I don't care if they're elder dragons or not. It don't really matter to me. Just give me more monsters. Like because like right now, what I was doing was I was going for like the 50 hunts for each monster, and even that got boring. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm not even like, what's my HR? I'm like 400 and change or something.
The Regios come back because a lot of 4U monsters are making it onto the roster for Wilds. But given the current climate with, you know, the performance issues, the people bitching about not being able to publicly mod the game, the lack of content is yet another reason that some people are looking back to just go and play older Monster Hunter games. Ideally, I say give me Legiacris, give me Arch-Tempered Ufduna, and give me a couple of new monsters that weren't announced, just like Shadow Drop them, include a quest in there, don't tell anyone. Just like you did with Basil back in Rise Title Update 1. Introduce new 8-star monsters, like, I don't know, more of the lower classes, not just the apexes, to make their fights also really enjoyable. We're also
give me Arch-Tempered Chotacabra, but make him, like, gigantic and, like, aggressive. I killed too many Chatas and just, you know, breaking wounds, and he's just sitting there flailing. There was one time, it was me and my buddy, I just felt bad because like almost the whole hunt, he was just on his back, dude. I need Chata to like have like a comeback or something. Just give me like a big ass arch-tempered, like super arch-tempered Chata or something that just shits on all the players, dude. You don't get no wounds on this guy. He's always spitting out like some like water blight shit, like something. I need like revenge of like Chatacabra's revenge or something.
Also getting layered weapons, which is something that a lot of us have been waiting for, and usually we would wait all the way until the Master Rank expansion, but we're getting it in Title Update 2, which is awesome. So yeah, Title Update 2 has a lot of potential, like a lot of potential, but it also could turn around on itself and be bad if there isn't enough content. Like, bro, if all we're getting is Legiacris and, you know, Arch-Tempered Ufduna, Legiacris better be the best fight in all of Monster Hunter, otherwise people are not going to be forgiving. And I'm saying
like that, like, because we don't know, like, what is it going to be, like another like personalized arena like Zoe? Because I think Zoe was like a pretty damn good fight, right? It's got to be like on that same level, dude, because if it's like anything less, like, sheesh.
Saying this to sound really dramatic, because the truth behind my experience with Wild is I love the game and I'm going to keep coming back to it, because I really do still believe that this game has the potential to become the best Monster Hunter game when it's fully done. So if Title Update 2 ends up being a letdown, well, I guess I'll just wait until Title Update 3. And now the final thing I wanted to bring up, which is the cherry on top of all the reasons that have caused these negative reviews. Introducing paid DLC when the game is already lacking a bunch of content and performance fixes.
Really? That's what you think was leading to all those like downvotes? Like this stuff? I mean, honestly, turning Alma into like either Chun-Li or Cammy, I think people are fine with that. But like, that's like, no one cares about that one. No one cares about that one. Because like, what is this? Like $5 or something? I mean, it's not about like the price. I understand. It's about the principle of it or whatever. I get it. I think this is like a bullet point, but I don't think it's like a gigantic bullet point.
Says that it needs. Not a good idea. I'm not proud of saying this, but I had to buy the Kami skin for Alma because I needed it for a segment in my previous Monster Hunter video, and in turn that purchase has already paid itself off because that video has given me more than enough money to cover that price. But microtransactions have always left a sour taste in the Monster Hunter community because like we used to get a lot of stuff like this for free through event quests and stuff in the older titles. I addressed it ages ago when we were still talking about Sunbreak and its development cycle. The only reason why I'm so slackish and relaxed when it comes to this topic is because Monster Hunter does the bare minimum, which is keeping microtransactions outside of gameplay. You can
right. I don't know. I think I've kind of changed my mind on this for like a lot of video games recently. One way, so like back in the day, one way that you could, or a couple ways, things that you could do back when well, not a couple, but like 10, 20 years ago, Like if you went to like a concert or something, you could just buy some of the CDs or like cassettes from like the band, or some shirts, some swag, some whatever. Like after they got done with the show or whatever, and it was just a way to like show your support to the game, um, or to the band or whatever. I think I have kind of view like cosmetics and microtransactions in the same way. Like if you like the game enough to like buy microtransactions and you just want to support them like that way, because like a microtransaction like that is like in principle like buying a t-shirt for like your favorite band because you like them a lot. It's like, oh, I like this little print art, I like Metallica or Corn, whatever. um it's like, yeah, good job guys. Like because I kind of have to think about it like that, because if I think about it any other way, it's just gonna be like, well, stupid microtransactions in the game on day one. This is stupid. It's all stupid. I don't want to support the game because there's microtransactions in the game, and it's like this all or nothing mentality. And the more I think about it, is just like an optional thing that you can do. I'm like mentally like fine with it, as so long as like it comes with the caveat of like there's no like pay to win shit going on or whatever.
Buy skins, you can buy music, but you cannot buy a unique quest, you cannot buy a unique monster, you cannot buy a unique armor set that is actual armor, and this is...
Bro, imagine if they made monsters like DLC, like pay DLC. Oh my god. The Monster Hunter community would lose their shit. 100%. That sounds hilarious and would make a ton of money, though.
Is the bare minimum. Like, the day Monster Hunter does something like, hey, you gotta pay for this specific monster or this armor set, actually...
Or what if you could just buy like a new weapon? Like they come out with like 5 new weapons and it's like, new weapon, $10-$20 or something.
Is an armor set, it's not just layered. I'll be one of the first people to make a video telling them that they need to change things right now and they need to apologize to the community, if that ever happens, which I don't think it will. But yeah, given the fact that when people are already shaken up about the state of wilds, having paid DLC, it didn't help. It definitely didn't help, and I saw some people complaining about it in the reviews. I was also planning on talking about the lower player count, but I'll be honest with you, I was already expecting it, but it's just that the number is lower due to all of these ongoing issues. I think back to when like Rise was getting its updates on a base game before Sunbreak was even out. People were constantly going back to World and Iceborne because they were finished and optimized games, or even going back to GU because that game has an insane amount of content. So yeah, I think it's normal for the player base to dwindle and the player base for other games like older titles in Monster Hunter series to like rise a bit. It's just that these numbers are a bit more dramatic than I originally thought because of all the issues that happened with Wilds. To recap, when it comes to the whole banning thing, I don't really care. I think people should get banned if they're ruining others' experiences online. You can mod your game, not my game, bro.
Get them
I
out.
don't want to deal with it. Performance issues, I mean, come on, guys. This was a letdown. This is not okay. It's not acceptable. You guys need to fix this before Title Update 2 comes out. Lack of content, I've spoken plenty about it, but I think that it needs more monsters, and I think we need more 8-star monsters, you know, more challenging quests, not just, you know, the current Apexes and Gormagala. And when it comes to pay DLC, keep it all purely cosmetic, but also it would just be nice if people had more stuff that they can do with quests than just having to drop a dime for a cosmetic or two. But that's all I got for you guys today. You know the drill. Stay safe, and until we meet again.
All right. Well, that was pretty cool. Overall, cool video, and I probably agree with like everything the dude says. I mean, all the problems with the game I hear like echoed throughout like all of like Monster Hunter YouTube. Everyone's saying the same thing. I'm pretty sure they know all the issues. What they're gonna do about it, I mean, hopefully they'll fix the game. But I've said that for like every other game, not just Monster Hunter, like other games too. Whenever I feel like there's an issue, hopefully they fix the game. But I don't know, it's like a toss up. Like at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But overall, cool video, and I'm a fan now. So, uh, other than that, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, later.